Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Welcome to lecture number 9 of the course Object Oriented Programming. In the previous lecture, we have seen operator overloading, introduction to operator overloading, and what does operator overloading mean. And we have overload unary operators, and these operators are plus plus operators and minus minus operator, that is increment operator and decrement operator. And in the previous lecture, we have overloaded pre-increment operator and post-increment operator, and we have seen what is the difference between these two operators, right? And there is one more thing that we have also seen, that if we write the statement like we have C1 plus plus, right? So this is a post-increment operator, and if we write C2 is equal to C1 plus plus, then the post-increment operator should return an object that will be assigned to C2, where C1 and C2 are the object of counter class. ठीक है, so same जिस तरह से हम simple integer के केस में लिखते हैं x plus 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 x और x plus plus, and if we write y is equal to plus plus x, then this means that increment the value of x and then assign it to y. So if we overload plus plus operator for a counter class and we want to execute a statement like C2 is equal to plus plus C1 semicolon, that is increment the counter private data member of C1 object first and then assign that value to C2, then the plus plus function, the non-static function for the overloaded operator plus plus in the counter class must return an object of counter class. And then argument of overloaded functions. Today we will see what are the arguments and how these arguments are passed to the function, overloaded function, and we have seen the post increment operator and the difference between the overloaded function that is written in the class between post increment and pre increment is that in the post increment you mention the in the argument list the type int, right? So that int doesn't mean that we are passing any argument to that function. That int just means that this is the post increment function, right? This is the function for the post increment operation, right? And for the pre increment we do not mention any argument in the definition or in the function of overloaded operator plus plus or minus minus. So pre increment में जो function की जो parameters होंगे वो कोई parameter pass नहीं करेंगे. So the difference between the to make a difference between the post increment and pre increment, जो post increment है उसमें आप parameter int pass कर देंगे. So basically आप int parameter pass नहीं कर रहे. This int is there in the definition. When you write the definition of this function, you write it int to tell that this function is basically executed whenever the post increment plus plus operator is occur with the object of that class, right? In today's lecture we will write example class and overload plus plus and minus minus operator. Plus plus add 1 feet and 1 inches and minus minus subtract 1 feet, 1 from feet and 1 from inches. And then we will write prefix and postfix increment operator. So हमने पहले prefix के लिए plus plus और minus minus operator को overload करेंगे, and then postfix के लिए plus plus और minus minus operator को overload करेंगे. और increment operator क्या करेगा कि वो 1 feet में add कर देगा and value 1 will be added in inches, and decrement operator will subtract from 1 from inches and 1 from feet. And then we will see binary operator overloading, in which we will overload some of the binary operator. The most famous is the addition operator. We will overload that operator for the distance class, as well as we will overload that operator for the string class to concatenate two strings, right? So the example program, in the example program we will write a distance class to overload pre-increment and pre-decrement unary operator for distance class, such that increment adds 1 in feet and 1 in inches, and decrement subtract 1 from feet and 1 from inches. And we will write pre-increment, that is prefix, and post-increment, that is postfix functions. Let's go and write the program from the scratch. So this will revise the example we have seen in the previous lecture. So we'll start with include IOStream file, then using namespace std, there must be a space over here. Okay, the class must be written with the keyword class definition must be written with the keyword class with small s, then distance is the name of the class, this is the closing bracket. Okay, it has two private data member, that is integer feet and float inches, right? And then the public functions, the default constructor distance colon feet की वैल्यू को 0 से initialize कर देते हैं, and then we also initialize inches with 0 in the default constructor, and this is the constructor opening and closing bracket, right? And then constructor with two parameter, integer f and float in colon, so feet को हम initialize कर देंगे f से, comma, and inches को initialize कर देते हैं हम in से, right? And then this is the function opening and closing bracket. We do not have to write any statement inside that function. We do not need it actually, but you can write any statement, for example printing any message. And then we have a function void display function है हमारे पास, that displays the value of the private data member of the invoking object. So cout feet is equal to feet and comma inches is equal to inches and end line, right? Now I think we should write a one set function, void set distance integer f inches float in, let's say, okay. What we can do over here is we can also call the function set distance, feet is equal to f and inches is equal to in semicolon. Okay, now let's write the pre-increment function. Pre-increment return type is void. To write the function for the overloaded operator, you have to write the function name, or you have to start the function name with the keyword operator. So we have to write operator, and then you mention which operator you are going to overload. So we want to overload plus operator, so that operator is now overloaded. This is the function bracket, and then the function body bracket. Okay, function की definition क्या है? So feet is incremented and inches is also incremented. That's it, right? Then void operator plus. So let's write the pre-decrement function. It will decrement the value of the private data member of the invoking object. So इनकी values को decrement कर दी इस तरह से, right? And then we can write a post increment and post decrement. So let's copy it and paste it. So for the post increment, just you have to mention it here int, right? So we with this we cannot write a statement like d1 is equal to plus d2 semicolon, right? We have to write a standalone statement with these functions. Okay, we will check how we can write. We can extend this program after verifying this program. So let's write main function. Okay, now let's create two objects of distance class, distance d1, and initialize it with value 2 feet and let's say 3.5 inches, and distance d2, initialize it with let's say 4 feet and 2.75 inches. Okay, now let's see out d1 and then call the function d1 dot display. It will display the value of d1, and then call the same function with the object d2 and it will display the value of d2, right? Now let's say we call d1 plus plus and d2 plus d2, and let's print these values again, d1 and d2, right? And then write minus d1 and d2 minus, right? So now it first increment those values, display it, and then we decrement those objects and then display it. Now let's see what is the output. Control S. Let's compile this program. Okay, got some error. Okay, so the name of the class is distance, DIS. Missing semicolon. Again missing semicolon. I copy paste this thing. Statement cannot resolve the address of overloaded. So we can just display those values. We call the function display. I don't know. Okay, so that's a function actually. ये function call है, इसको function की तरह लिखना चाहिए. I just write it d2 dot display. So ये function है, ये function की brackets लाजमी आएंगे. So here I also put these bracket here as well. यहाँ पर भी brackets आएंगे और यहाँ पर भी brackets आएंगे. Control S. Now we have these four functions, right? So these two are for pre-increment and pre-decrement, and these two are for, this is post-increment and this is post-decrement, right? Close and execute it. Now initially d1 और d2 की वैल्यू क्या थी? 2 feet d1 की और 3.5 inches. d2 की वैल्यू, distance to object की वैल्यू क्या थी? 4 feet and 2.5 inches. Then we perform the one increment. We perform d1 plus plus and d2 plus plus, right? Either pre or post. So इसकी वैल्यू चेंज होकर 3 हो जाएगी और 4.5 हो जाएगी. Previously 3 थी, अब 4.5 हो जाएगी. Previously d2 के inches की वैल्यू 2.75 थी, now it is 3.75, right? So at the end जो decrement करने के बाद वैल्यू डिस्प्ले हो रही है, that is same as the above previous value, initial value. ठीक है, so हमने एक दफ़ा इंक्रीमेंट किया और एक दफ़ा ही डिक्रीमेंट कर दिया. Now let's say we have another object, distance d3, and we want to write a statement like let me comment out this. like for example d3 is equal to the statement like this, okay, and we have another object d4. So we want to execute statement like this, d3 and d4, ठीक है. So इसकी execution के लिए we have to make changes in this plus plus function, right? Now this is the post increment, this is the pre increment. So pre increment का जो operator है, it should return an object that is assigned to d4, right? But right now this pre increment function won't return any object. So what we can do is we can change this return type from void to distance, and we have a constructor with two arguments, so we can just call the constructor here. We can write return distance. So we are calling a constructor, so the object will be created feet plus plus inches plus plus. So feet plus plus जो है that is post increment, इसको pre increment कर देते हैं. इसी तरह से inches plus plus. Now what it will do is, या इसको ज़्यादा आसानी से लिखना चाहें तो आप इस तरह लिख सकते हैं कि first add the value in the feet and in the inches, and then assign, and then create a new object and pass those value to that object, right? So अगर इधर भी आप इसको इस तरह भी लिखा जा सकता है तीन स्टेटमेंट की फॉर्म में. इसको आप इस तरह भी लिख सकते हैं. You can comment out this thing and write plus plus over here, pre increment, not the post increment. So what happened is, before calling this distance function, first the value of feet will be incremented and value of the inches will be incremented. Then these values will be passed to the constructor of distance class that create an object, and that object will be returned. और जब ये return होगा, it will be assigned to d4. Now d2 की value increment होके d4 को assign हो जाएगी, right? Now this statement, ये जो statement है, that is the post increment statement. So post increment में सबसे पहले d2 की value assign होगी d3 को, उसके बाद आप increment perform करेंगे. So what you can do is you can change this value from void to an object. So object आप return करेंगे, and you can write over here return distance feet plus plus and inches plus plus. इसको आप इसी तरह से लिखेंगे. Now before first this function call will be executed, because this is the post increment operation. So दूसरा जो ऑपरेशन पहले परफॉर्म होगा. दूसरा ऑपरेशन क्या है कि फीट की जो करंट वैल्यू और इंचेस की करंट वैल्यू है, बिफोर इंक्रीमेंटिंग दैट वैल्यू विल बी पास टू द डिस्टेंस कंस्ट्रक्टर. वो डिस्टेंस कंस्ट्रक्टर को वैल्यू पास होगी. इंक्रीमेंट अभी नहीं किया उस वैल्यू को, ठीक है, बिकॉज दिस स्टेटमेंट इज द पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट स्टेटमेंट. हियर द स्टेटमेंट इज द प्री इंक्रीमेंट स्टेटमेंट. यहाँ पर पहले आप इंक्रीमेंट करेंगे, देन वो वैल्यूज कंस्ट्रक्टर को पास करेंगे. बट हियर हमने क्या करना है कि हमने प्रीवियस वैल्यू से जो करंट वैल्यू है d1 की जो करंट वैल्यू है वही d3 में आनी चाहिए. इंक्रीमेंट की हुई वैल्यू d1 की d3 में नहीं आनी चाहिए. स्टेटमेंट का यही मतलब है, ठीक है. सो फर्स्ट ऐसा नहीं होगा कि वैल्यूज d1 की आप इंक्रीमेंट कर देंगे, नहीं, आप d1 की वैल्यू बाद में इंक्रीमेंट करेंगे. पहले एक ऑब्जेक्ट बनाएंगे विद द करंट वैल्यू ऑफ d1, देन दैट ऑब्जेक्ट विल बी रिटर्न, एंड देन द वैल्यू ऑफ फीट एंड इंचेस विल बी इंक्रीमेंटेड. सो जैसे ही कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल होगा, उसके बाद कॉल के बाद फीट और इंचेस की वैल्यूज जो कि इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट है, सो इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट कौन सा यहाँ पे d1 है, उसकी इंक्रीमेंट हो जाएंगी, ठीक है. सो यहाँ पर इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट कौन सा है इस स्टेटमेंट में, d2 इज द इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट दैट इन्वोक द फंक्शन फॉर दैट इज रिटर्न इन द डेफिनेशन ऑफ डिस्टेंस क्लास फॉर ओवरलोडेड यूनिटरी ऑपरेटर प्लस प्लस, राइट. सो ये जो पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट है इसको समझना बहुत जरूरी है. द डिफरेंस बिटवीन द पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट फंक्शन एंड द प्री इंक्रीमेंट फंक्शन इज जस्ट द int written as the parameter in the list of argument, just as the written in the list of the argument. It is actually not the argument, right? It is there just to tell the compiler or allow the compiler to make a difference between the pre-increment and post-increment functions, right? सो कब उसने प्री इंक्रीमेंट एग्जीक्यूट करना है, कब पोस्ट, जब पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट ऑपरेटर आएगा तो वो पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट ऑपरेटर जो ओवरलोड हुआ हुआ है उसका फंक्शन एग्जीक्यूट करेगा, और उसको और प्री और पोस्ट में डिफरेंस कैसे इसको पता चलेगा, विद दिस इंट, राइट. सो इंट मीन्स दैट दिस इज द post increment operator, although you are not passing any integer value to that function. This is there just to make it different from the pre increment statement. Otherwise अगर आप ये int खत्म कर देंगे तो ये तमाम के तमाम pre increment की तरह बन जाएगा, ठीक है. And then this function call, this is very necessary to understand this function call. Here you are first passing the current value of feet and inches before incrementing that value to a distance function, and then you are incrementing the feet and inches value of the invoking object, ठीक है. So distance जब कंस्ट्रक्टर कॉल करेंगे विद द करंट वैल्यू ऑफ फीट एंड इंचेस एक ऑब्जेक्ट बन जाएगा, एंड देन दैट ऑब्जेक्ट विल बी रिटर्न एंड दैट इज असाइन्ड टू D3, राइट. सो यहाँ पर अगर इसको इस तरह से डिस्प्ले किया जाए, लेट मी कॉपी एंड पेस्ट इट ओवर हियर. सो इफ वी डिस्प्ले इट over here, then the value of D3 will be same as the value of D1. जो D1 की प्रीवियस वैल्यू है D3 की वैल्यू वही हो जाएगी, और D1 की अपनी वैल्यू क्या हो जाएगी, वो इंक्रीमेंट की वैल्यू हो जाएगी, ठीक है. जो पहले इसकी वैल्यू यहाँ पर जो इसकी प्रीवियस वैल्यू शो हो रही है, लेट मी राइट ओवर हियर दैट दिस इज द प्रीवियस बिफोर प्लस प्लस and after plus plus, right. So let's compile it. Okay, this is not, this should be comma, this should be comma as well. Okay, now there is no error, done, close it and run it. So before plus plus operator, D1 की वैल्यू आपके पास 2 है, D1 के फीट की वैल्यू 2 है, इंचेस की वैल्यू 3.5 है, एंड वी हैव अ स्टेटमेंट. स्टेटमेंट क्या थी हमारे पास, D3 इज इक्वल टू D1 प्लस प्लस. तो सबसे पहले D1 की वैल्यू D3 को साइन हो जाएगी, सो D3 की वैल्यू 2 और 3.5 हो जाएगी, एंड देन द वैल्यू ऑफ D1 विल बी इंक्रीमेंटेड. सो लेट्स चेक इट आफ्टर प्लस प्लस. D1 की वैल्यू 3 और 4.5 होगी, इंक्रीमेंट हो गई है, और D3 की वैल्यू 3 और 4.5 ही आ रही है. सो दैट इज पोस्ट इंक्रीमेंट. ओके, एंड देन लेट्स चेक, इट शुडंट बी लाइक दिस. नोटिस इसको जस्ट थोड़ा सा चेंज कर दिया. सो D1 को पहले इंक्रीमेंट होगा, एंड देन दैट वैल्यू विल बी असाइन टू D3, एंड पहले D2 की वैल्यू D4 को असाइन हो जाएगी, उसके बाद वैल्यू में इंक्रीमेंट होगा, राइट. देन माइनस माइनस को हम एग्जीक्यूट नहीं कर रहे. लेट्स कंपाइल इट एंड रन इट. It is increment these values, that is strange. D4 की वैल्यू वही होनी चाहिए जो D2 की प्रीवियस वैल्यू है, but it's not like this. Let me check. Okay, so distance operator, let me comment out these things first. थोड़ा इसको मैनुअल डिबगिंग करते हैं इसकी. Let me comment out this thing. Okay, sorry. यहाँ पर हम जो वैल्यू डिस्प्ले कर रहे हैं वो D3 और D4 की वैल्यू डिस्प्ले करनी चाहिए हमें. वी आर नॉट डूइंग दिस थिंग, राइट. सो यहाँ पर D1 और D2 की वैल्यू ही डिस्प्ले कर रहे थे. सो जस्ट रिमूव दोज कमेंट्स, राइट. So that was the problem here. We are calling display function with d1 and d2, right? Now let's see the output. जी, so सबसे पहले जो स्टेटमेंट है हमारे पास, इसमें d1 की वैल्यू पहले इंक्रीमेंट होगी, the value become 3 and 4.5 and then that will be assigned to d3 object. So इसको देखते हैं, d1 की पहले वैल्यू क्या थी 2 और 3.5, अब नई वैल्यू क्या होगी इंक्रीमेंट होने के बाद, d3 is equal to plus d1. So पहले d1 की वैल्यू इंक्रीमेंट होगी and then the same value will be assigned to d3 object, और d3 object की भी यही वैल्यू आ रही है आपके पास, right? And then d2 object, जो then we have a statement d4 is equal to d2 plus plus, right? d4 is equal to d2 plus plus. Here first the value of d2 will be assigned to d4 and then the increment will be performed. So this statement is like d4 is equal to d2 and d2 plus plus. ये statement इस तरह से बन रही है आपके पास, ठीक है? So d4 को d2 की previous value assign है. So d4 की value आप check करें, that is the 4 and 2.75 is the previous value of d2 object and the current value of d2 object is incremented by 1. So in the same way you can overload the decrement operator as well for these statements, right? यहाँ पर एक और बात जो नोट करने की है, that is, so we can perform d2 plus plus or plus plus d2, the statement like this. So it doesn't mean that we can execute the statement like d2 plus 1. Although they are both the same statement, they have the same effect, right? But here in this case, this is unary operator, this is binary operator, and this plus plus is the unary operator, right? So we overload the unary operator plus plus for pre-increment and post-increment, but we haven't overload the binary operator until now, ठीक है? So इसका ये मतलब हरगिज़ नहीं है कि आप ये वाला टास्क भी परफॉर्म कर सकते हैं, ठीक है? So इसको मैं ख़त्म कर रहा हूँ, रिमूव कर रहा हूँ, ये टास्क का परफॉर्म नहीं कर सकते, like d2 is equal to d2 plus 1. I hope now this pre-increment and post-increment operator overloading are clear to you. Now let's go back to the slide. Now let's see the binary operator overloading. So binary operator can be overloaded as easy as unary operator by using a non-static function. So non-static function हमें binary के केस में भी चाहिए, unary के केस में भी चाहिए. Why non-static function? Because the static function does not access the private data member of the object, ठीक है? So वो जो है वो सिर्फ और सिर्फ static data member को access कर सकता है, and static data member are like a global data member that can be shared among all the variable object of that class. So the overloaded functions are basically non-static function because they have to access the private data member of the invoking object. So the distance object should be created, could be added using the member function addDest. So addDest का function हमने देखा था, it is like this. We invoke this function with the, इस function को हम invoke कर सकते हैं with the object dest3, that is invoking object, and we are passing two object as a parameter to this function, right? And it will add d1 and d2 and assign the result to d3 object, right? We have seen this in very detail. Now by overriding the plus operator, we can reduce this dense looking expression. Now this is a very readable expression. If you write dest3 is equal to dest1 plus dest2. Now if a person who don't know the OOP programming, it is very difficult to understand this first statement, right? But this statement is very easily understandable by any mathematical person, any person who knows just the addition, right? It means that we are adding d1 and d2 and we are assigning the result to d3. Now this is here in this example we have to overload the binary addition operator in the definition of the distance class. Now you can see there are two operands for that operator plus operator, and these two operands are the object of distance class. Now one of the object that is on the left side is basically the invoking object of the function that is there for the overloaded plus operator, and the second operand will be passed to that function as a parameter, right? Let's see the example. Now this is a distance class. In this class, this is our function, overloaded function. Now the type of this this is a constant function because it won't allow to change the private data member, the value of the private data member of the invoking object. ठीक है? So invoking object एक होगा, कौन सा object होगा? वो वाला operand जो plus sign के left तरफ appear हो रहा होगा, that is the invoking object, and the operand or the object, that is operand that is appearing on the right side of the plus operator will be passed to that function by value or by reference. ठीक है? So आप यहाँ पे reference भी बना सकते हैं. So यहाँ पर by value pass किया गया है, and this function returns an object of distance by value. ठीक है? So ये return कर देगा एक distance का object. And now these are the statements in the main function. For example, we create a dest1 and dest2 two object and initialize them with some value. So in this case, when we create these object dest1 and dest2, this constructor with two argument will be invoked, and it assign the value 3 and 4.5 to the private data member of dest1 and 11 and 6.25 to the private data member of dest2 object. And then we have dest3. Now we are going to add the values. So when we call this statement, when this statement is executed, first the right side of the equal sign will be resolved. Now here dest1 become the invoking object and dest2 will be passed to that function. कौन से function को? जो function distance की class में लिखा गया है to overload the plus operator for distance object, right? So dest1 is the invoking object. Now the private data member of dest1 are directly accessible in that function. So this is the dest1 object. It is created in the memory when the first statement is executed. This is the object when it is created in the memory when the second statement is executed. Dest3 object will be created, and then when the fourth statement, that is this fourth statement, is executed. Now here first is the function call. This statement causes the operator plus function in the distance class to be executed, and this is the invoking object. This first one is the invoking object and second one is passed as the parameter to that function. So now when the function is invoked, it create an object d2. So d2 object बन जाएगा. The value of the private data member of d2 object will be initialized with the value of the private data member of dest2 object, because dest2 is passed to that function as a parameter. So dest2 की value जो थी वो as it is same as it is d2 में copy हो जाएंगे. So these values are 2 and 2.25. Let's assume that here the value of dest2 is 2 and 2.25, right? We assume with a smaller value, and then in the operator plus function we create a variable f. Now this feat is the feat of the invoking object. Invoking object कौन सा है? dest1. So dest1 के ये feat हैं. So this means that dest1 के feat क्या है? 3 plus d2 dot feat. d2 के feat क्या है? 2. 5 will be assigned to, so 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 will be assigned to a variable f. So इसको 5 assign हो जाएगा variable f को. Let me write it over here. 5 will be assigned. And then inches किसकी inches की बात हो रही है? जो invoking object. Invoking object कौन सा है? dest1 है. इस routine का, इस function का invoking object dest1 है. So dest1 के inches को access यहाँ पे किया जाएगा. This is 1.5 plus d2 dot inches 2.25. This is 3.75. So let me write it over here. It is 3.7 and 5, right? That is 3. Okay, and then we are checking that if the inches value of I is greater than 12, we decrement the value of I and increment the value of f by 1, but it is not the case, so we don't come inside the if statement. Then there is a return statement. Now in the return statement, first this function will be executed with the value of 5 and 3.75. so it will create a nameless object. इसमें फीट की वैल्यू को इनिशियलाइज कर देगा 5 के साथ और इंचेस की वैल्यू को 3.75 के साथ इनिशियलाइज कर देगा, एंड देन दैट ऑब्जेक्ट विल बी रिटर्न, और जब ये ऑब्जेक्ट रिटर्न होगा मेन में, एंड देन इट इज असाइन टू D3. सो D3 देखें यहाँ पे D3 इज इक्वल टू that return object. That would be the next statement. So D-3 की वैल्यू 5 and 3.75 आ जाएंगी और फंक्शन की एग्जीक्यूशन इस तरह से खत्म हो जाएगी. So one thing you have to remember is in the binary operator, one of the operand is the invoking object, and the other operand, that is also the object of that class, is passed to that function as a parameter, right? So usually the object that is placed on the left side of the operator is basically the invoking object. So here you can see in this expression, des2 is an object that appears on the left side of this plus operator, right? So this object become the invoking object that invoke the operator plus routine in the operator plus function in the definition of the distance class, and it will pass des2 object as a parameter to that function. और ये फंक्शन फिर एग्जीक्यूट होके वैल्यूज चेंज करके हमें एक नेमलेस ऑब्जेक्ट रिटर्न कर देगा, एंड दैट विल बी असाइन टू D3. सो उस नेमलेस ऑब्जेक्ट की वैल्यूज, जो प्राइवेट डाटा मेंबर की वैल्यू, दैट विल बी असाइन टू D3 ऑब्जेक्ट. ओके, सो व्हाट इफ वी हैव द स्टेटमेंट लाइक दिस. ओके, सॉरी फॉर दीज लाइन्स. सो वी हैव अनदर ऑब्जेक्ट dest4, and then we have a statement like dest4 is equal to dest3 plus dest1 plus dest2. Now this is here we are performing the multiple addition operation. So now the addition operator, two addition operation occur at the same priority. Now which operation will be solved first? That is the solved by the associativity of the operator, that is from the left to right. So सबसे पहले जो function call होगा, प्लस का फंक्शन कॉल होगा और ऑपरेटर प्लस का फंक्शन कॉल होगा, उसके लिए इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट जो होगा वो des3 होगा. सो des3 प्लस des2, दैट विल बी सॉल्व फर्स्ट, एंड देन इट रिटर्न द ऑब्जेक्ट. सो दैट ऑब्जेक्ट प्लस des2, देन दैट विल बी सॉल्व्ड, राइट, एंड देन द आंसर विल बी असाइन्ड टू dest4, राइट. सो des4 को जो आंसर आ जाएगा, पहले des3 plus dest1 होगा, so that will be 5 plus 3 8 feet, and 1.5 plus 3.75 is 5.25 inches, right? So it is 5.25 inches, and then it will be added with des2, so 8 plus 2 is 10 feet, and 5.25 plus 2.25 is 7.5 inches. So dest4 की वैल्यू ये आ जाएगी, राइट. तो इसमें प्लस का जो ऑपरेटर प्लस का फंक्शन है, इट विल कॉल 2 टाइम्स. फर्स्ट इट विल कॉल विद des3 ऑब्जेक्ट प्लस des2. ये पहले रिजॉल्व होगा, इसमें des3 इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट है, एंड देन जब ये सॉल्व होके वापस जब कंट्रोल आपके पास आएगा, इट विल ऑल्सो रिटर्न एन ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ डिस्टेंस क्लास, एंड देन दैट ऑब्जेक्ट प्लस des2, एंड देन दैट ऑब्जेक्ट बिकम्स द इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट ऑफ to invoke this operator plus function, and des2 will be passed to as an argument to that function, and then whatever is returned, that will be assigned to dest4. ठीक है. So this is the example of the overloading plus operator. Now इसके बाद आप इसी क्लास में अगर दो इंटीजर्स को ऐड करते हैं, तो इट डजंट मीन्स कि अब प्लस का ऑपरेटर दो इंटीजर्स को ऐड नहीं कर सकता. प्लस का ऑपरेटर की जो बेसिक फंक्शनैलिटी है, इट इज देयर. It doesn't matter how many times you can overload that operator. Why? Because the compiler will check the type of the operand before solving that that operation. So उस प्लस ऑपरेशन को या प्लस जो वाले जो प्रोसेस है अरिथमेटिक एडिशन, इसको सॉल्व करने से पहले it will look at the type of the operands. So if the type of the operand are object of distance type, then it will look for the operator plus function in the definition of the distance class. But if the operand are integer, both integers or integer float or both floats or even characters, then it will look for the addition function that is present in the C++ library. So dash 3 is equal to dash 2 plus 1 dash 1. So the argument on the left side of the operator, that is dash 1 in this case, is the object of which the operator is a member. That means this is the invoking object. So the object on the right side of the operator dash 2 is an argument to the operator plus function. So the operator returns an object by value which is assigned to dash 3. Here you can see, so this is the function call. Now dash 1 के जो object के जो feet और inches हैं, they are directly accessible by the operator plus function. So यहाँ पे जो feet को access किया जा रहा है और जो inches को access किया जा रहा है, ये feet और inches ये dash 1 object के हैं, ठीक है? Now this function calls this object to be added in this object and return the result in this object, right? So dash 2 object जो है वो by value इसको pass हो गया, so dash 2 के जितने भी content हैं वो D2 में copy हो जाएंगे, and then when it execute the return statement, it assign the value of this object, this nameless object, to distance 3, right? So in the operator plus function, the left operand is the accessed directly, that is what we know, because the left operand is basically the invoking object of operator plus function. Since this is the object of which the operator is a member, the right operand is accessed as a function's argument as d2.feet and d2.inches. An overloaded operator always require, that is the rule, you have to remember it, an overloaded operator always requires one less argument than its number of parameter, right? So since one operand is the object of which the operator is the member function, so if we have an operator that has only one argument, then it doesn't require any argument that will be passed to that overloaded operator function. But if there is an operator that has two arguments, then one of the argument will be passed to that function as a parameter, one of the operand. So if an operator like a binary addition operator has two operands, then one of the operands, that is an object basically, will be passed to that addition function in that class as a argument. So that is why हम जब प्लस प्लस हमने जब यूनिटी ऑपरेटर को ओवरलोड किया था तो उसमें किसी भी हमने ऑब्जेक्ट को एज ए पैरामीटर फंक्शन में पास नहीं किया था. वाई? देयर इज नो नीड, राइट? बिकॉज जो एक ऑब्जेक्ट है उनमें से वो इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट होगा. सो यूनिटी ऑपरेटर में होता ही एक ऑब्जेक्ट है जो यूनिटी ऑपरेटर के साथ आएगा, इधर प्लस प्लस या माइनस वन के साथ आएगा, वेदर इट इज पोस्ट फिक्स और प्री फिक्स. सो देयर इज वन ऑब्जेक्ट विद दैट ऑपरेटर. Then that object becomes the invoking object. But in the case of the binary operator, the operator object that the operand object that occurs on the left side of the operator will become the invoking object of that overloaded operator function, and the operand object that appear on the right side of the arithmetic plus operator will be passed to that function as a argument. So that's why the unary operator requires no argument. Now let's go to this program. Okay, इसका ये मतलब हरगिज नहीं है कि हम प्लस प्लस ऑपरेटर को ओवरलोड इस प्रोग्राम में नहीं कर सकते. We can overload प्लस प्लस ऑपरेटर in this program as well, right? This function is a constant because we are not able to change the value of feet and inches, the value of the private data member of the invoking object. उसकी हम value change नहीं कर सकते. Now we are adding these two distance and then we are showing the results. Okay. So now, so dash 1 और dash 2 की value, dash 1 की value users input ले रहे हैं, dash 2 की value पहले से ही assign है. Let's say these values are 2 and 1.25. So dash 2 की value input कर देंगे. Then we are adding dash 1 and dash 2, that will be assigned to dash 3, and then we'll be adding dash 1, dash 2 and dash 3, and that will be assigned to dash 4 object, right? So let's compile it and execute it. Okay, enter feet, 2 feet, and let's say inches is 2.5 inches. Now dash 1, 2 feet, 2.5 inches, that is what we have entered. Dash 2, 2 feet and 1.25 inches. So इनको ऐड करें आप. So this is 7.5 and 3, 3.75 inches. So dash 3 is equal to dash 1 plus dash 2, and this is 4, and now dash 4 is equal to dash 3 plus dash 2 plus dash 1, right? So that is 8 and that is 7.5 inches. So 2.5 plus 1.25 plus 3.5, that is 7.5 inches. Okay, now to check that whether these two are executed first or these two are executed first, इनमें से कौन से दो पहले execute हो रहे हैं, we can have a little check for that. हम क्या करते हैं कि यहाँ पर feet और inches की value को display कर लेते हैं, right? So पहले feet और inches इसके display होंगे dash 1 के, second time भी dash 1 के display होंगे, और third time इन दोनों की addition के display होंगे, right? That is dash 3 basically. So in operator plus function, feet and inches and line, right? तो देखते हैं यहाँ पर कि ये किस तरह से, क्या वाकई ही वो इस तरह से एग्जीक्यूट कर रहे हैं. सो सबसे पहले या इस स्टेटमेंट को कमेंट आउट कर देते हैं. ओके, सबसे पहले ये dash 1 के, क्योंकि बिकॉज सबसे पहले जब फंक्शन ये कॉल होगा ऑपरेटर प्लस का, दैट इज द इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट. सो इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट के हम फीट और इंचेस डिस्प्ले कर रहे हैं. सो इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट इज dash 1 नाउ. तो dash 1 के फीट और इंचेस लिखाएगा इन ऑपरेटर प्लस, और dash 1 के जो फीट और इंचेस जो हमने इनपुट किए होंगे यहाँ पर, वो यहाँ पर डिस्प्ले हो जाएंगे इस पॉइंट पर, राइट? एंड देन इन दिस स्टेटमेंट इफ dash 2 इज द इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट, तो dash 2 के फीट और इंचेस पहले डिस्प्ले होंगे, ठीक है? इफ dash 1 अगर ये पहले एग्जीक्यूट होगा तो इस पार्ट में dash 2 जो है वो इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट है. अगर ये पहले एग्जीक्यूट होगा तो इस पार्ट में dash 1 इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट है, पहले इसके फीट और इंचेस डिस्प्ले होंगे. नाउ हियर वी हैव टू सी वेदर this is executed first or this is executed first. Now let's check it out. According to C, this should be executed first. Why? Because addition operator have the same priority. So if there is a tie between the operator that which is going to be solved first and there is no parenthesis, then you have to move from left to right. So आप left to right से solve करना start करते हैं. Compile it and let's check it. So let's say feet is 4 feet. So 4 value मैंने यहाँ पे किसी की नहीं दी हुई, 4 feet है, and inches 8.5 inches, 0.5 inches. Okay. So सबसे पहले जो इसने इन ऑपरेटर प्लस में जो इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट है उसके प्राइवेट डाटा मेंबर की वैल्यू 4 and 0.5 है, दैट इज फॉर दिस वन. एंड देन अगेन दिस स्टेटमेंट इज एग्जीक्यूटेड बिकॉज सेकेंड टाइम जो आ रही है वैल्यू दैट इज आल्सो 4 and 0.5. सो सेकेंड टाइम भी यही D1 इन्वोकिंग ऑब्जेक्ट था. देन दोनों की एडिशन परफॉर्म हो गई है. दोनों की एडिशन जब परफॉर्म हो गई है तो जो ऑब्जेक्ट हमें रिटर्न हुआ है, देन दैट ऑब्जेक्ट प्लस D3 will be solved because it returns the object, right? And उस ऑब्जेक्ट की वैल्यू क्या थी? 6 and 1.75, right? So इन दोनों को ऐड जब कर लिया, D1 और D2 को ऐड कर लिया, जो ऑब्जेक्ट रिटर्न होगा that is 6 and 1.75 here in this statement. So that will be added with this one. So this means that कि जब भी दैट इज़ वेरी ट्रू दैट कि ऑपरेटर जो है उनकी एसोसिएटिविटी चेंज नहीं हो सकती, एसोसिएटिविटी उनकी सेम वही रहेगी. नाउ द अदर एग्जांपल इज द स्ट्रिंग कंकैटिनेशन एग्जांपल. दिस इज द बेसिक प्रोग्राम. So if we execute this first statement, it will allocate 12 byte and it will write hello, and then on the after O it will insert null character. Then this when the second statement executed, it allocate the memory space for 1 2 3 4 5 for the 5 character for the word, and then last character is for the null character. And then we have the string cat function. This means that concatenate string 2 str2 at the end of str1. So this will be the result. right? And if we are going to display the value, it will display the value like this, right? So string cat is a function that basically concatenates these two strings, right? So the operator plus cannot be used to concatenate C string. That is why you cannot write str1 is equal to str1 plus str2 and assign it to str3. So we cannot write this thing because हमने operator plus operator को overload नहीं किया for strings, but we can overload plus operator to perform such concatenation. And let's see how we can do it. So this is a string class. Now in this class, so this is a string class. We have, so हमारे पास एक constructor है that initialize the str private data member, that is an array character array of 80 elements with empty string, and then this is a constructor with one argument, whatever value, whatever string we are passing to that constructor, it will copy the content of that string into the private data member of the invoking object, that is str. Invoking object की जो private data member str उसमें copy कर देगा, and then we have a display function. Okay, now this is the actual function, that is operator plus. It basically concatenate two strings. So here it doesn't add two strings, basically it concatenate these two strings. And this is the main function. So when we write the statement like this, the first statement, this is same as this statement. So first two, the second statement that is in the commands, they are basically the same statements. So string is our class now, is a user defined class with a capital S. So it create an object S1 and initialize the private data member of S1, that is str, with the string hello. And then this is the comment out statement, just to tell you that these two statements are the same, right? You can write it like this and you can write it like this. They are the same basically. The first also invoke the constructor with one argument, and the second one also invoke the constructor with one argument. Then we create the object S2 and S3. Okay, then the statement is S1 dot display. We are going to display the value of S1, so it will display hello. Then we are going to display the value of S2, it will display world, right? Perfectly fine. And now there is a statement S3 is equal to S1 plus S2. So first S1 plus S2 will be solved. So S1 और S2 की concatenation perform होनी है, basically addition नहीं concatenation perform होनी है. So this compiler will check that this plus operator comes with the two object of a string class, that is a user defined class. ठीक है? So now it will look for the operator plus routine in the definition of string class, and here is the operator plus routine. Now I tell you that with the binary operator you needs two operand. So one of the operand object that is on the left side, it become the invoking object, and the other operand that is on the right side of the operator becomes the argument to the operator plus function. Now value of S2 will be copied to SS object, इसमें कॉपी हो जाएगी, और इसके बाद we create a temporary object here. Temporary object बना लिया, and what we did is we are checking the string length. Now str is basically the private data member of S1. This function is a constant function. This means that it won't change the private data member value of the private data member of invoking object, that is S1. So S1 की string length क्या है, plus S2 की string length. S2 की बेसिकली नहीं, SS की स्ट्रिंग लेंथ. So because S2 के जो कंटेंट थे वो S में ऑब्जेक्ट में कॉपी हो गए हैं. ना दोनों की स्ट्रिंग लेंथ लेस देन 80 है, बिकॉज एक में हेलो एक में वर्ल्ड है, लेस देन 80 है. देन फर्स्ट ऑपरेशन यू परफॉर्म इज यू कॉपी द कंटेंट ऑफ str इनटू temp.str. ओके, अगर इसकी लेंथ ग्रेटर हो जाती है देन वी डिस्प्ले द मैसेज स्ट्रिंग ओवरफ्लो एंड वी एग्जिट फ्रॉम द प्रोग्राम. नाउ हियर वी कॉपी str, that is the private data member of invoking object S1. So उसकी कंटेंट हमने temp में कॉपी कर दी है. So उसकी कंटेंट क्या है, hello. So hello will be copied in temp.str. So temp object के जो str private data member है उसमें hello कॉपी हो जाएगा. Then there is a statement str cat. Now after copying it, then you are concatenating it. I hope you know the difference between copy and concatenate. If you don't, then you must go to the previous lecture and check the string lectures where we have a clear difference between these two functions. So उसके बाद आपने ss.str जो string as a parameter पास की थी उसके कंटेंट लिए हैं और temp.str में concatenate कर दिए हैं. So temp.str में पहले क्या था, hello. आपने जब ss.str के कंटेंट लिए और temp.str में concatenate कर दिए तो temp.str में आ गया hello world. Then what you did is you execute this statement, return temp. So temp की वैल्यू रिटर्न हो जाएगी और temp क्या है, बेसिकली string class का ऑब्जेक्ट है. And here you have also the string class object. So temp value of temp will be copied into s3 and then when you display s3 it will print hello world, right? Let's check it out in more detail. So this is the main function statement. In the main function, this is string s1, this is string s2, right? And then we create another string s3, that is empty string, and we execute the statement s1 plus s2. Now the function will be called, the invoking object, again I am telling the invoking object is s1 and this is the object that is passed by value as an argument to the operator plus function. So ss object will be created for that operator string function, that is a local object of type string local to that function. ये जो operator plus function है इसका ये local एक object बन जाएगा ss. Then the content that will be copied in ss will be word, because s2 string में हमारे पास क्या है, these content word, ठीक है. So ये copy हो जाएंगे, end पे हमारे पास null character आ रहा है \0 that is represented as a null character. And then we have created another string object temp, and after checking the length what we did is we copy the content of str. So str means that the content of s1 object, the invoking object, that is hello, that will be copied to temp, and then we are concatenating the content of ss.str. So ss.str में क्या है, world, then not sign, so that will be copied at the end of the temp string. So temp के जो current content है उसके end पे इसको copy कर देंगे, that is the concatenation function. String copy का function क्या करता है कि वो string को जो previous content है उनको destroy कर देता है और it start copying from the beginning of the string, right? So world will come over here and then you are returning this value. जो आप इसकी वैल्यू रिटर्न करेंगे तो यहाँ पर वर्ल्ड रिटर्न हो जाएगा. रिटर्न होने का मतलब है कि ये टेम्प ऑब्जेक्ट की वैल्यू s3 में असाइन कर देगा, राइट. सो ये जो तमाम चीज़ें हैं, these things are become hidden from the user basically. Now when you provide such kind of overloaded operators for an object of that class, then it is much easier for the user or the programmer to interact and to read the code and understand it and to use that function, right? Let's go to that program. So this is the correct private data member str, जिसकी लेंथ 80 है. empty string से हम इसको इनिशियलाइज कर रही हैं डिफॉल्ट कंस्ट्रक्टर में, कंस्ट्रक्टर विद आर्गुमेंट में जो स्ट्रिंग इसको पास कर रहे हैं उससे इनिशियलाइज कर रहे हैं, बिकॉज वी आर कॉपिंग दिस s इनटू str. देन डिस्प्ले फंक्शन और ये ऑपरेटर प्लस का फंक्शन है. Now here we are calling these functions. This is the same code which I have shown you in the slide. So let's execute this code, compile it first, then execute it. Okay, let me change one thing. So s1.display, इसके बाद हम see out कर लेते हैं. End line, right? So s1 फर्स्ट लाइन में आ जाएगा, s2 सेकंड लाइन में आ जाएगा और s3 थर्ड लाइन में आ जाएगा, right? बिकॉज उसके शुरू में नल कैरेक्टर आ रहा है, सॉरी न्यू लाइन कैरेक्टर आ रहा है, right? So इसको रन करें. Now this is s1, s2 and this is s3 concatenated string. Now there is no space over here, so to insert the space you must put a space over here या फिर यहाँ पर स्पेस इंसर्ट करनी किसी एक जगह पे. सो हमने हेलो के एंड पे स्पेस इंसर्ट कर दी है. लेट्स कंपाइल इट एंड एग्जीक्यूट इट. नाउ देयर इज अ स्पेस ओवर हियर, राइट. नाउ दिस इज द एंड ऑफ आवर लेक्चर नंबर 9.
In this lecture we have first seen write an example program to overload the unary operator. We overload the unary plus plus and minus minus operator, both pre increment and post increment, and then we extend it in extend this overloaded operator function to execute the statement like d1 is equal to plus plus d2, right? And then we have seen the binary operators, how to overload binary operators, and we have overload the addition operator to perform the addition of these two distances, and we also overload this plus operator to concatenate the two strings. The important point here to note is whenever there is a binary operator, whenever you are overloading a binary operator, it requires two operand object, and one of the operand object is basically the invoking object, and the second operand object will be passed to the operator plus function of that class as an argument. Thank you very much.